Sophia was awake and she lost her concentration, and her boss called her out. After the meeting, Sophia was called into the boss office and was asked to go home because she was not concentrating. Before that, the boss said, Sophia, if you know you can't continue working here, let us know, or else your circle letter is just a walk away from my desk. You need to come correct or go home. Sophia apologizes and tries to explain, but the boss said, look, go home and work out on whatever is disturbing you, because I won't tolerate this thing, what you put up in the meeting when it happens again. Sophia got home and she was embraced or welcomed back with some tout who were in the house asking for their rent. The landlord came with tout and attacked the father and the siblings. In this regard, they were like, you don't have to run away because we have already seen you. So we said, I wasn't run away, I just came back from work. Okay, where is your rent? My father has been giving us excuses upon excuses. You have been working in this company for a while and you guys are not paying your rent. Sophia promised to pay the rent. The landlord said, the next time I come here, I'm going to throw you guys out. You are owing 3 months rent already. So they said, I know, we will pay. We have been paying. This is the first time we are delaying. But I always said, well, there's first time for everything. So the next time I come, I'll throw your things away. Sophia begged and the landlord understood. After leaving, Sophia was exhausted and couldn't understand what was going on. Father, I thought you said you have some savings somewhere to give us to pay the rent. Well, yes, I did. I used the money to make some bets and lost. So we don't have the money anymore. Sophia said, Dad, I thought you said you stopped betting. Well, I did. I was assured that this one was going to hit a big, but I guess it just did it. Dad, you are alcoholic and you are addicted to gambling. This is no good. We are at the verge of sleeping outside. In fact, we are going to be sleeping at the bridge soon. You know I'll take care of all the siblings, everything in this house, and my salary is not enough. The father said, don't worry, things will be fine. Sophia was frustrated and she walked out. Her siblings, brother Peter and then Judy, were all looking on and was confused. Judy wants to work, but she is pregnant. She can't work. Then Peter, on the other hand, who is very young and can't work either because he is always going to school late because she hasn't paid the school fees of Peter. Peter, on the other hand, as the only man of the house aside the father, tried to help, but so said she would do everything in her power to make sure Peter goes back to work. Sophia returned to work after a few days and she looked refreshed. There was another meeting, and this time, as they discussed their business clientele, there was a new investor in town, and the new investor was in the meeting. The investor, called Frank, was so interested in Sophia as she delivered her detail of what she was asked to present after the meeting. Sophia and Frank had some cute discussion and some intro. Everything happened so smooth and fast. After everything, the end of the day, Sophia was waiting on her Uber, but it was getting late. Frank offered to give her a lift. She accepted the lift and they exchanged their contact and became friends from there. Frank dropped Sophia at her house and immediately she got down from the car. She saw the younger brother, Peter. Immediately Peter was like, sister, I've been rushed out of the hospital today. I fainted because I couldn't have enough food. And everybody was laughing at me. Sophia said, this is not the right time. Don't you see I'm with a visitor? Frank saw the situation in her house was a little bit tough. 2 days immediately after, Sophia returned from work and saw some food items and she was shocked because she didn't buy them. Immediately, Judy, the pregnant sister, said, one of her colleagues dropped this item. She was wondering who it could be. Immediately, Peter said, it's the gentleman you came with the other time. I don't know. Immediately, Sophia knew that it was Frank. Next day, Sophia went to work and Frank came for a business meet immediately. Sophia thanked Frank for doing what he did for her family, but Frank said, "Don't worry, it's nothing." Again, that was something. Sophia thanked Frank so much for doing that for her family. Again, Frank said, "It's nothing." After all, they became very close and started off as friends, and it was leading to relationship. Frank invited Sophia over to his house. Sophia went, and the cook in the house was so jealous and didn't want Frank to be in a relationship because he is a good man and she is having a crush on him. Well, immediately Sophia sensed the energy already and told Frank that it seems his cook is interested in him. Frank said, "Well, that's not possible because I'm not interested in her. She's just a cook." Sophia said, "Well, you are not a woman, so you can't tell. I can tell. She doesn't want me here." "Don't worry. I mean, you're not officially my girlfriend yet. If you are and I sense anything, I'll suck her." Sophia went home again, and another good news in the house was waiting. Peter said that an anonymous person paid his school fees. This time, immediately Sophia suspected definitely it will be Frank. She called Frank and asked, "Were you the one that paid my brother's school fees?" Frank said, "Yes, I thought it wise to help out." Sophia said, "Thank you so much, but you don't have to." Frank said, "Don't worry, it's nothing. I mean, this is just nothing compared to what I've done to others in the past. And you have to be kind to yourself and accept gifts and items from people, especially if they are genuine." Sophia said, "I know, but I can't do it." "Well, I know you can. You have been doing it. I just want to help." Sophia thanked Frank for everything he has been doing so far. Again, that was nothing anyway. One day, they got a news from one of the drinking bars that their father has been kidnapped by some gang members. They were confused and didn't know what to do. Well, when they got to the spot, they were told that the gang members were rambling about some amount of money that their father owes them, and because of that, they abandoned him to wherever they wanted. They didn't know what to do. Sophia and the siblings were confused and didn't know what to do. At this point, they called the police, reported the matter, but of course, Nigeria police is going to be Nigeria police. Sophia, on the other hand, started gathering money and wanted to get this money to release her father. But things did not go as planned. They were going on and waiting days by, weeks by. They continued to look for their father, but nothing came out. But they have to move on. Life will not wait for you. So Peter and Judy went on with their life. Sophie also didn't want to lose her job, so she went back to work, but she was worried. One day, as she visited Frank in the house, the cook in the house said, "I have a surprise for you." Then the cook sent Sophia to the bungalow's lounge, and there was her father. She was shocked, saying, "Wait, my father has been in this house for all this while." The cook said, "Well, you guess right. That is what Frank does, trying to prove to the whole world that he controls everything." At this moment, Sophia was so angry because the loss or the vanish or the kidnapping of her father has been one thing that has been a bother to her and her siblings. Only for Frank to do that without even telling her, this is not acceptable. She went home and received a call from Frank, and she told Frank everything that has happened. At this moment, Frank got angry. He came home and sacked the cook and said, "Look, I know something was wrong somewhere when Sophie complained about you, but to go days behind my back and tell her everything that has been happening, this is not acceptable. Pack your things and leave." That was how the cook was sacked by Frank. Frank has to do everything in his power once again to buy the trust of Sophie. Apologized, but Sophie was not interested in the apology. Again, one day while Sophie was at work, Frank came to visit Judy and Peter and their father. presented some good items to them, baby item for Judy's pregnancy, and also bought some PS5 for Peter and said they should beg Sophie on his behalf. This was a way of bribing. So of course, when Sophie got back from work, they told her everything and she accepted in good faith that obviously Frank has been a good member of the family and has helped them so far. He is able to pay their rent, school fees, and also make sure that their dad is no more gambling, and has been a very good present dad in the last few weeks. So Frank is really a positive influence. Immediately Sophia agreed and called and thanked and appreciate Frank for everything. One day Frank called Judy, the pregnant woman, saying he wanted to talk to them. He came and said, I'm in love with your sister and I want to propose to her. Immediately, the father was also present, said, that's a good thing. So I want to invite you all to a dinner in my house. A week on Sunday, the dinner date was set. They all came to the house for the dinner present. Whilst they were about to eat, there came this woman. The woman was their mother. The shock on their face. Sophie could not believe it. Sophie was angry and said, look, Frank, you have done everything in your power to make everything smooth for us in our family. I appreciate, and I'm sure my siblings and father appreciate. But to go this extent and dig into my life, this is my mother, you know, right? Yes, I know. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to make amends. I know I've been hearing how you really hate your mom. I want you guys to make. So we say, you don't have that right. In fact, who gave you that right to meddle into my affair deeply like that? This is way out of bound. And you, mother, you left us where we needed you most. You took all the property of my father, our siblings. You didn't look back. You left with your lover. And now you are back here doing what? You know what? Let's leave. Whilst they were about to leave, Judy was in labor. Immediately, they had to rush her to the hospital and she gave birth to a bouncy baby boy. Again, Sophie was angry with Frank. I didn't want to have anything to do with him, but that was not the case. Whilst they were about to leave the hospital, the mother came, apologizing and explained what was really happening, because she could not stand how the father was gambling, drinking, and the lover was present in her life. As a woman, whoever gives you attention takes most of your love. She explained it wasn't an excuse, but yeah, that was her explanation. Sophie, Judy, and Peter could not believe that this was the silly excuse their mother was giving for them. They have no choice but to forgive. To forgive is divine, and of course, that was what the mother knelt down and apologizes. This time, the father also said, Sophie, you know I did so many bad things to you all. You guys forgive me. It's good to forgive your mom as well. She is still your mother, you know. At this point, they had no choice but to forgive their mother. Sophie said, yes, we are forgiving. I have forgiven you because I became the mother when you left. I have forgiven you, but you have to give us time before you get closer to us. The mother said, no worry, all I want is you all to forgive me. I am back and I won't make up for all the years that I lived. And this time, they all forgive their mother. A week after, Frank took Sophie to the beachside and proposed to her. And that was how Sophie and Frank became an item. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.